technically, if your boss doesn't like you, right? How late do you have to be to get fired?
5 minutes early.
If you're not 5 minutes early, you're late, right? And Mike happens to be a boss, right, Mike? You happen to have a team of people under you, right? And you're coaching that culture and you're coaching that discipline. But a lot of times these areas, like what color is periwinkle, right? What is speeding really? How late do I have to be to get fired? Now, would you be frustrated if you got fired by a boss who was also late? Would that frustrate you? Because the boss who's firing you is like, what do you mean I'm late? I was 8 minutes late. You're like 15 minutes late every day, right? Would that frustrate you? Would there be a sense of injustice there? And so we look at these things and we weave them together, periwinkle, speeding, and firing, and we go into Romans chapter 2. Romans chapter 1, if you weren't here last week, it was God's indictment. Paul's writing God's charge, his legal charge, an indictment against mankind. He's going to take Romans chapter 1, the second half, all of Romans chapter 2, and most of Romans chapter 3, and he's going to be explaining and writing out, this is God's charge against humanity. This is why humanity's broken. This is what sin is. And this is what sin does. And this is how God wants to apply his grace to sin. So we have to understand what it is and where it's going.